You get frustrated when you take a loss and then you want to just block it out and then move on to the next trade. And then you keep taking another loss and then you get more frustrated. And then you keep repeating this cycle. So, what you don't understand is that actually frustration is good. And in this video, I'm going to go through why frustration is actually a good thing and how to embrace it so that you can actually learn from your frustrations and move on and level up in your trading. But before we get started, go ahead, like and subscribe and drop a comment below. This is going to help boost the algorithm and get this message out to more traders like you. So let's get started. So frustration actually means that you're about to learn something new. That's all it means, right? And it's actually a good thing. When I get frustrated, or when you get frustrated, you should actually embrace it and get excited because it means you're about to level up. You're about to learn something. But that leveling up will only happen depending on the way you react and see the situation, right? So the way this works is that you have one or two options. You have a flight or fight mode. So let's talk about the two. And once you understand this concept, things will just be easier for you. Okay. And then you'll be able to move along on your journey a lot faster. So the flight response to frustration. So let's say you took a loss or you blew an account. The flight response is basically your ego protecting you from the truth. So instead of taking the lesson and trying to figure out why you took a loss or made the mistake, you're now blocking it out because of the pain that you feel. So your mind, your subconscious mind is blocking that out, and then you're just moving on. And moving on might mean trying to get into a revenge trade. So taking another trade immediately, trying to fix it without taking the lesson and looking at what actually went wrong and how you could improve. Or it could also mean changing your strategy entirely. So then you're like, oh my God, this strategy doesn't work. I need to change it. So then you're on YouTube and you're looking for new strategies. And then the next shiny object keeps showing up. There's always going to be another shiny object. And then you go for that. And then when that doesn't work, you change again and again and again. And that's the flight response. So that flight reaction from your ego is what's going to keep you looping in the loop of failure. You're not going to learn anything, right? You keep changing, or then you blame the market, you blame the mentor, you blame the strategy, but you don't stop and blame yourself and take accountability and learn from the lesson. You understand what I'm saying? So the other option is the fight mode. When you stay in fight, right? So you have a loss, fine. Be happy that you took a loss because you're about to learn something. If you stay and fight, you try to stay and figure out what happened. Maybe you got in too early. Maybe you didn't see a certain amount of confluences. You're going to learn something if you stay and fight and figure it out. So that is the fight, right? And it's hard to do because, it means taking accountability. It means being honest with yourself. It means going deep and doing the work. It might be boring as well, right? You have to journal. So you have every trade. You need to, after the trade, you have to bring a piece of paper and a pen and write it out and write out what you learned. Write out your emotions, what you were feeling, right? You need to do this, and it might sound boring, but that's the only way that you can address the problem and fix it. If you don't acknowledge it by writing it out and trying to find the lesson, how are you going to grow? You're just taking the long route. You're taking the long road, by flying. You're taking the scenic route around the coast. You're flying. You see, it's going to take long. But if you stay and fight and you kill the dragon, you face the demon, you face the dragon, you stand up to it there and then that's how you fix it. That's how you overcome it, right? You got to think of the mistake or the frustration is like a message from your future self. It's your future self is you want to be this successful trader in the future in say 2 years or a year, right? Well, that version of you is saying, okay, if you want to be successful, I'm going to have to send you these lessons and give you these lessons because this is important. You have to learn this. And if your current self is stubborn and you don't want to learn it, your future self is going to keep sending you the lesson. Do you understand? Those mistakes are going to keep happening until you stop and learn the lesson from it. Then it'll keep repeating, right? So this is an important concept. This will save you a lot of time. You have to have this breakdown. You need to have a breakdown before you have the breakthrough. Do you understand? Like, there's no way around it. There's no shortcut. This is the shortcut, right? Facing the problem, fixing it, learning from the mistakes, and then going and back testing and trying to improve and rewiring the way you see the market. This is how you improve. And then if you're finding this difficult with your emotions, if you're finding that, okay, the trade was actually a good trade, but it was you that messed up the trade. You closed early, or you moved your stops, or you went to break even too soon, or you can't hold a trade, or something like that. Now it's a psychology problem that you have. If you have psychology issues, then check out the first link in the description, the Inner Edge Pro. We go in and reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can start winning more and start fixing the emotional side of the equation. Maybe it's not the strategy. Maybe it's just you. For sure, it's you. I'm pretty sure it's you. That's why you keep switching strategies. That's why you keep failing. So you have to be able to fix yourself first. You can't run from yourself. You understand? You have to fight yourself. You have to face the demons in you. Once you can do this, then you can start taking out the weeds, clearing the garden, and then installing the new affirmations and the new identity as a trader. So that's what we do in the first link in the description, in an Edge Pro. If you're interested, if you want to go deep, then I highly suggest you check that out. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, like and subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know where you're at with your trading journey. I would love to hear it. And also, basically, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. Stay in the fight. Forget this flight stuff, right? Running from your problems is not going to solve anything. You gotta face your problems and get the lesson out of it. That's how you win. And I want to see you win.